All right, hello everyone who are watching. We're going to wait for more of your friends to come in and then we're going to start our lesson for today. Good morning, Alia. Good morning, Tisika. We're waiting for our friends. Okay, then we're going to start our lesson in a minute. All right. Good morning, everyone. Okay, welcome back for your school holiday. Hopefully, you had a very good rest. Okay, and ready to learn again. Okay, today, this is our topic for today. Today, we're going to look into Unit 3 Wild Weather. Okay, this is also the topic we did before the school holiday, and then we're going to continue this topic for today. Okay, if you are referring to your pulse tool, okay, just open your pulse tool and refer to page 33. Okay, let's look at what is in uh, topic for today. Okay, again, hello and welcome back to school. So these are the things that you need for our class today. Of course, you're going to need your pulse tool, your workbook, English workbook, and also your pen and pencil. Okay, these are the things that we're going to learn for today, which are vocabulary, and then we're going to do. First, we're going to look into vocabulary related to this today's topic. Okay, wild weather, and then we're going to do some listening activities. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to give you a listening task. All right, so let's move on. Okay, these are the vocabulary we're going to look into today. So we have this, okay, while I'm pointing to the um, while I'm pointing to the words, okay, you can try to say out loud, okay, and then after this, we're going to see whether your pronunciation is correct or incorrect. Okay, this one, how do you say it? What about this one? How do you say this word? This one. How do you say this one? And we have this one. And then we have this one. How do you say this? How do you say these words? How are you going to say these words? This one, this is very common. This, how do you say this? How do you say these words? And how do you say these words? Okay, let's look at how to say these words. All right, I want you to listen carefully. Okay, listen carefully to the audio. The first time, just listen. The second time, okay, try to follow the pronunciation you heard. Okay, kalau tak dengar boleh tulis dalam chat. Alright, in case kalau tak dengar yang saya nak tunjuk ni lah.
And listening.
Can you
Natural
listen?
disasters.
Can you hear it?
Exercise 1.
Volcano, earthquake, avalanche, hurricane, flood, wildfire, tornado, tsunami, landslide, drought, famine.
Okay, can you listen? Were you able to listen to the video, to the audio? Were you able to listen to the audio? Okay, sebab tak ada orang tulis apa benda, saya rasa semua orang dengar lah. Okay, we're going to listen to the audio again. Okay, this time what I want you to do is bila awak dengar, okay, try to follow the correct pronunciation. Bila awak dengar, lepas tu awak ikut dia punya pronunciation. Okay, ikut dia punya pronunciation. And then make sure your pronunciation is correct. Okay, we're going to listen to the video again.
Unit 3. Vocabulary and listening. Natural disasters. Exercise 1.
Volcano, earthquake, avalanche, hurricane, flood, wildfire, tornado, tsunami, landslide, drought, famine.
Okay. So, okay, just now, what you heard just now, apa yang dengar tadi, again, the correct pronunciation for these words. Okay, we have volcano, earthquake, avalanche, hurricane, flood, wildfire, tornado, tsunami, landslide, drought, and famine. Okay, what are the meanings for these words? Apa maksud semua perkataan ni? Okay, we're going to go into the next slide, okay? And then we're going to guess what's the meaning for each of these words. Okay, yang perkataan yang tadi tu, okay? Ada gambar-gambar ni. Alright. Okay, we're going berdasarkan gambar ni, kita boleh kita boleh teka apa benda maksud yang perkataan ni kita belajar tadi. So we have Absha Firdan. Alright, good morning. Okay, jadi kalau tak nampak gambar ni, you can open to page 33. Pause to page 33. Yang akan nampak gambar yang sama dengan ini. Okay, open to page 33 kalau tak nampak gambar ni. Alright. So, number 1. Okay, nampak gambar, bukan number 1, yang nombor, gambar yang tak ada nombor tu. Alright. Look at the photo here. Dengan pokok, lepas tu macam ribut tu. And then it says a hurricane is a storm with very strong winds. A hurricane is a storm with very strong winds. Okay, jadi kita boleh infer here, simpulkan di sini, berdasarkan gambar ni. Okay, dengan perkataan dia cakap storm with very strong wind, jadi hurricane is ribut. Okay, hurricane is ribut. Ribut dengan angin kuat lah. Sini cakap ribut dengan angin yang sangat kuat. Tu maksudnya hurricane. Okay, what I want you to do is to look at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and guess what's the answer for these photos. Afsha, please look at the bottom of this video. Dia cakap situ, please refer to pause to page 33. Okay, page 33. Alright, so can you write in the live chat what's the answer for number 1? Can you write in the live chat what's the answer for number 1? What do you think the answer for number 1? What do you think is the answer for number 1? And blank is a large amount of snow which falls down a mountain. Okay. Are you sure it's a photo of number 1 is photo for is photo for flat? Or rasa betul ke number 1 is flat? Alright, Alia think number 1 is flat. No, Absha, just write in the live chat jawapan yang saya cakap. Contohnya nombor 1. Apa benda jawapan nombor 1? Rasa berdasarkan perkataan yang tadi tu. Okay. Okay, so we have number 1 here. Alia think it's flat. What about number 2? A blank happens in hot weather when an area of forest is very dry. Apa benda dalam gambar? Okay, what do you think happens in number 2? Apa benda orang rasa happen in number 2? Again, Alia thinks it's a wildfire. Okay, a wildfire. That's a very good try. Okay, sebab kita nampak gambar fire. Alright, and then in the vocabulary we'll learn just now ada perkataan wildfire. Probably the answer is correct. Okay, nanti kita dengar audio. Okay, and then we're going to check out the answer. Alright, look at number 3. A blank happens when it rains a lot. Apa benda yang jadi? Okay, bila hujan banyak sangat. Okay, tengok gambar tu. Apa yang jadi bila hujan banyak sangat? Awak rasa mana? Okay, salah tak apa. Okay, sebab kita belajar. Sebab sekarang kita tak tahu lagi kan apa benda maksud dia. Okay, what about number 3? What happens when it rains a lot? Number 3. Okay, Tisika thinks it's flat. Okay, Tisika thinks it's flat. Is it correct? We're going to look at the answer later. Okay, let's move on to number 4. A Blank is a mountain that erupts and releases hot liquid. Okay, jadi cakap sini, A is a mountain that erupts. Erupts mean meletup. Okay, and release hot liquid, and melepaskan cecair yang panas. Okay, so Amshar Firdan thinks number 4 is volcano. Okay, Alia also thinks so. Okay, let's see later whether these answers are correct. Okay, let's move on to number 5. Number 5. And blank makes the ground move. And blank make the ground move. Okay, apa benda yang buatkan ground means tanah. Okay, tanah bergerak. What do you think happen when the ground move? Apa benda orang rasa make the ground move? What do you think the answer for number 5? Apa benda? What happened? Okay, when the ground move. Apa benda yang jadi bila ground tu bergerak? So, Alia thinks it's earthquake. All right. Jessica also thinks it is an earthquake. I think it's correct, but we're going to look at the answers later. All right, let's move on to number 6. A blank is a very big sea wave. It's a very big sea wave. What happened? Okay, what do we call when a very big sea wave happened? Okay, what do we call when a very big sea wave happened? Okay, again, Jessica answered with tsunami. Shafira also thinks it's tsunami. Alia also thinks it's tsunami. Okay, we all know what a tsunami is, so it's probably correct. Okay, let's move on to number 7. A blank happens when there isn't enough rain. Okay, apa benda yang jadi when there isn't enough rain? Isn't enough rain means that tak cukup hujan. Apa benda yang jadi bila tak cukup hujan? Alright, what's the word for it? Do you know what's the word when there isn't enough rain? Jadi macam dalam gambar ni. Okay, what do you think happens in the picture? What do you think happens in picture number 7? Alright, again, Alia thinks it's drought. Okay, Tishika thinks it's drought. Alia Patricia also thinks it's drought. And Abshar thinks it's drought. Okay, is it correct? We'll see later. Lastly, let's look at number 8. A blank is a very strong wind that goes round and round. Okay, A is a blank. Okay, is a very strong wind that goes round and round. Orang siapa yang jadi dalam gambar ni? What does it call? Okay, what happened in this photo? What is this phenomena called? Okay, Alia think it is called a tornado. Alia think it is called a tornado. Alia Patricia also thinks it's a tornado. Okay, Jessica thinks it's a tornado. Okay, let's hear. Okay, Sun also thinks it's called a tornado. All right, let's listen to this audio. Okay, and listen whether the answer you gave correct or incorrect. Okay.
And listening.
Reading
Natural disasters.
Saya tak boleh tulis ya.
Exercise 2.
A hurricane is a storm with very strong winds. An avalanche is a large amount of snow which falls down a mountain.
So number one, an avalanche is a large amount of snow which falls down a mountain. So number one, avalanche. Avalanche means when the snow falls from the mountain. Okay, snow salji yang banyak tu jatuh daripada mountain, gunung, kita panggil avalanche. So number one is avalanche. Avalanche means salji runtuh.
A wildfire happens in hot weather when an area of forest is very dry.
So number two, okay, a wildfire. Dia cakap tadi, a wildfire happens in hot weather when an area forest is very dry. So jadi yang jawapan Alia cakap wildfire tu correct. Okay, number two is wildfire. Let's look at number three.
A flood happens when it rains a lot.
Okay, so number three, tadi ada orang jawab flood. Floods mean banjir. Tadi wildfire tu kita panggil kebakaran hutan. Okay, kebakaran hutan. Kebakaran hutan boleh jadi sebab panas sangat. Okay, number two tadi, panas sangat jadi hutan tiba-tiba terbakar. Jadi kita panggil wildfire. Number three, dia cakap tadi flood. Flood here means banjir. Okay, gambar ni kita panggil flood. Alright, let's hear what's the answer for number four.
A volcano is a mountain that erupts and releases hot liquid.
Okay, so number four is volcano. Okay, volcano in Malay is gunung berapi. Okay, volcano.
An earthquake makes the ground move.
An earthquake makes the ground move. Jadi earthquake is gempa bumi.
A tsunami is a very big sea wave.
Okay, number six is tsunami.
A drought happens when there isn't enough rain.
Drought here, okay, kemarau.
A tornado is a very strong wind that goes round and round.
Okay, number eight is tornado. Alright, these are the answers for these questions. Okay, the first one is avalanche, macam saya cakap tadi, runtuhan salji. Number two, wildfire, kebakaran hutan. Number three, flood, okay, banjir. Number four, volcano, gunung berapi. Number five, earthquake, gempa bumi. Number six, tsunami. Okay, bahasa Melayu pun tsunami lah. Okay, meaning it's a very big wave. Okay, ombak yang sangat besar. Alright, number seven, drought. Drought means kemarau. And then we have tornado. Bahasa Melayu pun rasanya tornado. Okay, puting beliung, yes. Number eight, tornado. Tornado is puting beliung. Alright. Okay, we're going to move on to the next slide. Okay, what do you know about natural disasters? Apa yang awak tahu pasal natural disaster ni? Natural disaster is Maknanya macam banjir, okay, kemarau, tornado tu natural disaster. I'm not sure what does this mean in Malay. Okay. So look at the quiz. Are these sentences true or false? Okay, let's look at these sentences together. Most of the world's volcanoes are in Europe. Kebanyakan apa tadi? Gunung berapi are in Europe. Okay, di Eropah. Betul ke, do you think? What do you think about it? Okay, let's look at the answer. Okay, it's false. Okay, kebanyakan gunung berapi tidak berada di Eropah. Okay, in fact, it is in Asia. Our neighbor, Indonesia, has a lot of volcanoes. Okay, contohnya kita punya jiran, okay, Indonesia has a lot of volcanoes. Ada banyak volcano. And then, other countries, what else? Where else has volcanoes? Okay, banyak lagi lah negara lain yang ada volcanoes. Tapi kita cakap pasal jiran terdekat kita, Indonesia has a lot of volcanoes. Alright, number 2, there are over 1,000 tornadoes in the USA every year. Ada lebih 1,000 puting beliung di USA, Amerika Syarikat, setiap tahun. What do you think? Is it false or true? True or false? Apparently, it's true. Okay, betul lah. Okay, ini fakta. Ada lebih 1,000 puting beliung di Amerika Syarikat every year. That's a lot of tornadoes. Okay, I don't think we have tornadoes in Malaysia. All right, let's look at number 3. An earthquake happens somewhere in the world every 30 seconds. Okay, an earthquake happens somewhere in the world every 30 seconds. Okay, it's true. Jadi gempa bumi terjadi somewhere in the world, mana-mana dalam dunia ni, setiap 30 saat. Maknanya sekarang kelas kita ni dah nak dekat setengah jam, 30 minit. Okay, jadi sepanjang kelas ni, okay, dah 60 kali lah. Okay, gempa bumi terjadi di seluruh dunia. Alright, so number 4. Landslides can happen because of wildfire. Okay, landslides is tanah runtuh. Okay, jadi tanah runtuh boleh jadi sebab kebakaran hutan. Is it true? Let's look at the answer. Yes, it's true. Okay, landslide can happen because of wildfire. Okay, so this one is true. Okay, now we're going to do a listening activity. Okay, the main listening activity. We're going to listen to a TV program about a natural disaster. Okay, we're going to listen to a TV program. Okay, jadi selain daripada tengok soalan dekat sini, you can also look at the same question on page 33, muka surat 33. Exercise number 6. Okay, exercise 6 in page 33. Okay, we're going to listen to an audio. Okay. Dengar audio. I'm going to we're going to listen to this same audio twice. Okay, 2 kali. Alright, and then while listening to the audio, look at the question and then try to answer the questions.
Vocabulary and listening.
Okay, again, I'm going to tell you please refer to page 2, page 33, exercise 6 for the questions.
A TV program. Exercise 5.
Okay, dengar tak?
Hello, and welcome to Mysteries of the Earth. This week we're talking about natural disasters. Did you know that there are some areas of the world where more natural disasters happen than others? For example, 75% of volcanoes are in the countries on the Pacific Ocean, like Japan and New Zealand. Most of the world's big earthquakes also happen here. And the USA has more tornadoes than any other country, over 1,000 a year. Some natural disasters happen more often than you think. For example, there's actually one earthquake every 30 seconds somewhere in the world. That's 2 a minute. However, most of these earthquakes are so small that we can't feel them. Unfortunately, sometimes one disaster can cause another one. For example, a tsunami sometimes happens after there is an earthquake in the middle of the sea. And a wildfire on a mountain can sometimes cause a landslide. We know that trees can stop landslides happening. That's because trees help to keep the earth in place. But when there aren't any trees, the earth can move more easily, and it can come crashing down onto a town or city. The big problem with many natural disasters is that nobody knows when they will happen. However, some people believe that animals can feel when a disaster is about to occur. There are many stories about animals behaving unusually just before a volcano or an earthquake. Dogs cry and birds stop singing, for example. Why does this happen? Who knows? Maybe they have a special ability which human beings don't have, to understand how nature works.
Okay, were you able to hear the video? Okay, boleh dengar tak video tadi? Alright. Sebab tak ada orang cakap tak dengar ke benda, jadi saya rasa semua orang macam dengar lah. Okay, I'm going to play the video one more time.
Unit 3. Vocabulary and Listening. A TV program. Exercise 5.
Hello, and welcome to Mysteries of the Earth. This week we're talking about natural disasters. Did you know that there are some areas of the world where more natural disasters happen than others? For example, 75% of volcanoes are in the countries on the Pacific Ocean, like Japan and New Zealand. Most of the world's big earthquakes also happen here. And the USA has more tornadoes than any other country, over 1,000 a year. Some natural disasters happen more often than you think. For example, there's actually one earthquake every 30 seconds somewhere in the world. That's 2 a minute. However, most of these earthquakes are so small that we can't feel them. Unfortunately, sometimes one disaster can cause another one. For example, a tsunami sometimes happens after there is an earthquake in the middle of the sea. And a wildfire on a mountain can sometimes cause a landslide. We know that trees can stop landslides happening. That's because trees help to keep the earth in place. But when there aren't any trees, the earth can move more easily, and it can come crashing down onto a town or city. The big problem with many natural disasters is that nobody knows when they will happen. However, some people believe that animals can feel when a disaster is about to occur. There are many stories about animals behaving unusually just before a volcano or an earthquake. Dogs cry and birds stop singing, for example. Why does this happen? Who knows? Maybe they have a special ability which human beings don't have, to understand how nature works.
Okay, hopefully you were able to find the answer for these questions, okay, while listening to the audio just now. Okay, let's look at the answers for this question. Oops. Which two kinds of disaster often happens near the Pacific Ocean? Okay, the answer is volcanoes and earthquake. Okay, volcanoes and earthquake. Number two, why don't we always feel earthquake? Kenapa kita tak selalu rasa earthquake? Okay, ada tapi tak selalu rasa. Why? Okay, because they are too small. Okay, because the earthquakes are too small. So dia macam slow sangat, jadi tak rasa. Okay, ada punya earthquake tu, gempa bumi. Alright, next one, number three. Where do some tsunamis start? Okay, macam mana tsunami berlaku, bermula? In the middle of the sea. Okay, biasanya tsunami start in the middle of the sea. Okay, daripada tengah laut, lepas tu jadi membawa ombak yang besar ke tepi pantai. Okay, that's where tsunami starts. Okay, what can stop a landslide? Apa yang boleh hentikan tanah runtuh? The answer is tree. Okay, pokok. Kenapa berlaku tanah runtuh? Sebab kita potong pokok-pokok. Maknanya kalau macam yang ada negeri-negeri kat Malaysia sekarang ni, terjadi pembalakan hutan. Okay, pembalakan hutan secara besar-besaran. Jadi what happened? Okay, berlaku tanah runtuh. And then what happened after the tanah runtuh? Okay, apart from tanah runtuh, banjir besar. Alright, lepas tu ada orang-orang yang duduk dekat bukit-bukit ataupun bawah-bawah bukit, semua tenggelam dengan tanah yang banyak. Alright, jadi apa yang boleh hentikan tanah runtuh? Pokok. Jadi kalau kita tak potong pokok, tak jadilah tanah runtuh. Okay, kalau tempat macam mana kalau kita dah potong dah pokok? Jadi what we can do is to plant more trees. Okay, number 5. What do birds sometimes do before a disaster? Apa benda yang burung kadang-kadang buat sebelum ada berlakunya disaster? They stop singing. Okay? They stop singing. Diorang berhenti menyanyi. Maknanya mungkinlah sebelum tsunami. Okay? Contohnya sebelum tsunami tu, biasanya ada macam tepi pantai tu burung-burung nyanyi-nyanyi. Okay? And then suddenly they stop singing. Or they fly away. Okay? It means that probably something bad is going to happen. Okay? Okay, that's all for listening today, okay, online. So I'm going to give you homework, okay, task, kerja untuk hari ni untuk buat dekat rumah. Lepas tu hantar sebelum pukul 3 hari ni Okay, we're going to test your listening skill. Kita akan buat listening activity again. Okay, please open your Pulse 2 textbook page 34. Kerja hari ni yang slide hari ni muka surat 33 tapi kerja rumah muka surat 34. Okay, please open your Pulse 2 textbook to page 34. Listen to the audio given by your teacher. Okay, nanti saya bagi audio dekat group Telegram. And then do exercise 1 and 3 in page 34. Dalam muka surat 34 tu, I want you to do exercise 1 and 3. Okay, apa yang kena buat selepas buat exercise? Kerja dah siap dah, okay? Exercise dah siap, apa boleh buat? Okay, take photos of your work, ambil gambar kerja awak. And then hand in your work by filling in the Google form. Hantar kerja dengan isi Google form. Alright, as usual. Nanti saya ambil gambar ni. And then I'm going to post this task again in the Telegram group. Okay? Jangan lupa ambil gambar kerja yang dah siap and then hantar dekat Google Form. Ingat, untuk kelas saya, okay, setakat dengan video je kita tak kira kehadiran sebab saya tak tahu siapa yang datang, yang tengok apa nama video hari ni. Okay, jadi and also kita ada PBD, pentaksiran dalam bilik darjah. Jadi kalau awak buat kerja baru boleh saya bagi markah untuk PBD awak. Kalau tak buat kerja macam mana nak bagi? Okay, jadi buat kerja hantar dalam Google Form. Baru saya kira hadir untuk kelas hari ni. Okay, ingat untuk kelas saya tak minta list kehadiran macam cikgu lain mungkin. Yang mungkin cikgu lain buat. Okay, kerja siap dan kerja hantar sahaja baru kehadiran dikira. Alright, remember that. Jadi kalau ada masalah untuk isi Google Form, you can always text me. Tapi hopefully bagi tahu je apa benda masalah, kita settle. Okay, kalau tak boleh sangat, nanti saya bagi tahu apa kena buat. Okay, tapi yang penting ambil gambar kerja dah siap and then hantar in the Google Form. Okay, ingat the task today is page 34. Kerja hari ni muka surat 34 dalam buku Pulse 2. Okay, ada audio, nanti saya bagi audio tu dalam Telegram group. Okay, do exercise 1 and 3. And then again, take photo of your work. And lastly, hand in your work by filling in the Google form. Okay, so thank you. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Remember, your attendance will only be counted if you hand in your work. Okay, kehadiran hanya akan dikira kalau awak hantar kerja. Tak hantar kerja means tak hadir. Okay. Walaupun dah tengok video tapi awak tak hantar kerja kira tak hadir. Sebab saya tak tahu siapa yang tengok sekarang. Okay. Alright. So, thank you for listening. I'll text you the task for today in the Telegram group. So, bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye?
No, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.